And if you go to the top right, you should see an Add Game button. If you go to iOS, and then you're going to enter the game's title. Then click Submit. The orientation of this is portrait, so click on that and then click Add Game. Now scroll down to number 2, and we're going to go to View and Add Placements. Click on Add Placement, and the first one we're going to put in is nag on startup, and you want to spell this the same way the coder did, which is going to be nag underscore on underscore start underscore then up, just like this. For the description, you can put nag on startup, and that's just the advertisement that pops up for Playhaven when you start it. Let's add another placement. The next one is nag on return to front, and it has the same kind of spelling with the underscores. And then you can put nag on return to front for description and click Save. Then one more placement. This is going to be more underscore games, all in lowercase. And for description, you can put more games, then click Save. And now let's close out of that. Right here on the same screen, you can see token and secret. There's a little clipboard icon, and that helps you copy it. So copy the token, and let's go to Xcode. Find the app.delegate.h file, which is in the fast laugh folder. It's right here. And inside there, you should see Playhaven token. Delete the numbers and letters inside there, leave the quotes, and replace it. Now we're going to do the same thing for the Playhaven secret. So copy that one, go back to Xcode, and paste that over the numbers and letters already in there. Let's go back to Playhaven one more time. Let's scroll up to the top. Let's click on the app name at the top, right over here. And down at the bottom, we're going to add a new interstitial ad. I'm just going to name this Interstitial. And then we need to select the placement that this applies to. It applies to the startup and to the return to front. So when people first launch this app, they should see an ad at the startup, also known as an interstitial, and then also one if they exit the app and return back to the front. Now if we go down a bit, we can publish this. Click Publish. Then go back up to the app name again, and go down to the More Games widget and click on Add New. I'm just going to name this More Games. And you can choose to advertise other people's games or your own games. If you advertise your own games, you're not going to get paid. So in general, I like to do mostly advertisers' games. And then I like to show around 7 or so. Now if you go down, we're going to say that this applies to the More Games placement, and then we're going to publish it. That's it for Playhaven. It's pretty easy, so you can start testing it and numbers will start appearing here. Now let's tackle RevMob. Okay, so head on to revmobmobileadnetwork.com or just revmob.com. Then click on Add New App and add an iOS app. You're going to enter the name and then click Save. Click on the app and then go down to the bottom. You'll see banner here. So click on Add Placement right over here on the right side. I'm just going to name this banner and then click Create Placement. Go back down to the bottom. Click on that banner that we just created, and we're going to copy the ID. Go back into Xcode, and in the same app.delegate.h file, you'll see RevMob banner ID. So paste it there. Go back into RevMob, and let's go back to the app page, and we're going to add a full screen placement. I'm going to name this Full Screen, and then click Create Placement. Go down, and we're going to click on Full Screen, click on it, and then get this ID. Copy that. Going back to Xcode, we're going to put that in RevMob Full Screen Placement ID. And one more time back to RevMob. We're going to go back to the app page, And at the very top, there's just a regular app ID, and there's a clipboard button. So you can copy that, go back to Xcode, and replace it in this RevMob app ID section. Okay, that's it for RevMob, so we're halfway there. Now we just got to do Flurry and Tapjoy. Alright, head on over to flurry.com, then go to Applications and add a new application. That should get you to this screen where you can click on iPhone and then enter your application name. Then select the category. For me it's going to be Books, and then click Create App. They're going to give you your Flurry key, so click on that and copy it, and then go back into Xcode. In the app.delegate H file that we were working in earlier, you'll see Flurry Analytics Session ID. We're going to replace that, keep the quotes just like before, and put in your new key. That's it for Flurry, super simple. So let's do Tapjoy now. If you go to tapjoy.com and then go to Apps and Add App, you'll see this screen. And all you got to do is leave this as not live, keep it on iOS, and enter the name of the app. Click on Add App, and you'll get your app ID right here underneath it. So copy that and then go to Xcode. And we're going to do a search this time. And we're going to search for Tapjoy Connect space request Tapjoy Connect. Now you can probably just search for Tapjoy and find it that way, but this is very specific and it's going to get us right to where we want to go, which is the app.delegate.m file and this Tapjoy Connect section. So we need to enter two keys. The first one and then the secret key after that. We already copied the first key. And then let's go back to Tapjoy and grab the key. The secret key, that is. Go back into Xcode and put that over the key that's already in there. And we're set. So we've done Playhaven, RevMob, Flurry, and Tapjoy, which are all already in this code. And now you can test them to make sure that they start logging information into your accounts. So go ahead and mess around with that. And I'll see you in the next tutorial, and that's going to be submitting to the App Store, so that's great. Have fun testing in the meantime.